Hi everyone, it's Annalisa with Inside Real Estate, and I'm excited today because we have two guests, Buckley Jolly, Director of Professional Services, and David Sheltrin of Professional Services, who are going to hit on our kvCORE Marketplace Spotlight for semi-custom templates and custom featured areas. Now, a couple of things before we get started. These are usually a little more advanced on the types of features. Today's is more about information on the marketplace, of which you can find information on the semi-custom templates. These sessions are recorded and always available for you to watch again and again and again if you need to at insiderealestate.com/webinars. And last but not least, we have this doc link. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this. And if one or two people could just jump into the questions or send a question to me via GoToWebinar to let me know you can see the share screen, you can hear me, that would be super helpful. Then I can respond back with that doc link. So I'm going to wait to see that come through. And while we're waiting on that, I do want to go ahead and introduce David and Buckley. So hello, gentlemen. Thank you for being here.
Hey, Annalisa, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
I'm excited. This is a really amazing product we've launched to get these customizations going. So, and Bruce, Daniel, Lisa, thank you so much for letting me know you can hear and see the screen. Awesome. So without further ado, I am going to go ahead and pass this over to Buckley and David. Which one of you would like to control the screen?
I can do it.
Yeah, Buckley, you're the man. Thank you, sir.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pass this on over to Buckley. There you go, sir. And if the rest of you have questions while this presentation is going on, I do welcome you to actively type them into that questions box. And if it's something we can answer off the cuff, I will go ahead and do so. If not, we'll table it and get the answer to you. So without further ado, David and Buckley.
All right, thank you, Annalisa. So here we are at the marketplace within kvCORE. So if you go to your marketplace and you scroll down through the tiles, you will find the semi-custom templates and custom featured areas tile right here. So this is what we're going to be demonstrating today and talking about. So if you click get this, then the tile description will pop up, and as you can see, we have different pricing for the different products. And so the first one you'll see is $6.99 for the semi-custom agent sites, and then we have $15.99 for the semi-custom office or team websites. And then down below here, you'll see ranging from $2.49 to $3.49, we have custom areas. And so I'll speak to these a little bit. And so if you are an agent and you are interested in customizing your site, then this would be the pricing for you. If you are a broker with an office or a team that has a site, then this would be the pricing for you. And so if you have like an existing site and you just need one little area customized, then this would be your pricing. You'd want to be looking at this. And so one thing to keep in mind why the pricing is different and how they function is with office and team sites. A major benefit, as it says here on the first bullet here, is that design, that customization is going to trickle down and push to all the agent sites and office site, all the agents sites in that office and or team. So that's a major benefit for you if you're a broker and you're looking to customize your site. You can get this for the price of just a little over what 2 agent sites are, and so that's a major benefit. And now if you are an agent that's looking to customize your site, then it would be the $6.99, and it's just going to impact your site, nobody else's in the office. All right, and then so if this is something that you're interested in, then you would go ahead and click add to kvCORE if you want to look at what we offer for demos, and if you wanted to go to the order form. So this is the order form here, and then we also have the demos, and we have 3 templates that you can select from. So here's template 1, 2, and 3. And down below these are the links for these templates. So if we click the first one, it'll take us to the first template, and you can see the layout. And so you can see this is a bit different, or a lot different actually, than what's just standard out of the kvCORE box, right, for your site. So scroll all the way through here. So this is an example, and what we would do is we would customize and personalize this, everything in here to your liking. So we're going to get your logos, your colors, and put them in here. And this background here, this can be changed. You got the white brick right now, but if you want it just white, we can do that. Or if you want it gray or whatever, we can customize that. So it's all fully customizable. Basically, you're going to be choosing a layout, so it's semi-custom. So you choose the layout of the template you like, and then we go and personalize it. And then you got these calls to action here.
And I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I noticed when you were like scrolling over some of the photos or images, it was kind of interactive, so it was meant to like draw your eyeball in, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so some of
because they
these will
kind of
move.
pop up, right? Okay.
Yep. And so these move, these featured areas, and then I'll show you, we have on our other templates, they also move in different ways. And so I've got a standard out of the box kvCORE template, or kvCORE template just pulled
That's
up
just
here. This is
hero, right?
yeah, this is just the hero template. And so there you go. Like you can see there's a big difference between that and say this.
Mm-hmm.
So all right,
Now,
so
was it on Richard's template that we did for him? I believe it was the custom background. It kind of tracked like a 360 almost, right? It kind
yeah,
of moves with you.
yeah, we could pull up that one. So so we did this one recently. This is our template 2, and
This is pretty awesome.
so here is one that's been fully done and personalized, right? And so he's got the video here.
And it might look a little staticky to folks because we're seeing it through like 2 or 3 connections, but it is smooth when you're looking at it in person.
Yeah, there we go. So just need a second to buffer. There it is, looking good. And if we scroll down, we've got these featured areas.
I love that. The different colors of the ribbons is great.
Yeah, this has his color, the green colors scheme, and then with the animation on the hover. And then also on this one, he opted to do a few videos right here, and so that's something we can also do for you. We can put in some, if you have some videos uploaded to YouTube, we can put those in there. And
awesome.
then here's it's kind of like a grid calls to action here section. So picture and then the call to action. And we can personalize this. He actually sent us these photos right here and here, and then this one of him as well. So we got it really personalized. And then this is a custom feedback testimonial section here that we did, which is nice. The image there. And
I think I noticed something kind of interesting where at the top, where it says our selling plan. I mean, this is something everyone could do with a resource tab, but I really like this idea of linking a PDF right there, which is really slick.
Yeah, so you can do anything you want here, and then we've got the social media icons up here on this one. And let me go back to the order form here. And so let's click our template 2. So this is what the template 2 looks like in the demo. And so remember, this site here is template 2 that we've just personalized. And so let's take a look at it. So here it is. You can see how we changed the colors and everything to match his office. And
so you can do customized colors with folks' like their own hex codes, so you can like
Hmm.
follow those keys. That's tremendous.
Yeah. So they've got certain colors they need to match or whatever. We can match that.
Awesome.
There we are. And so you can see also on these, our listings and just listed, we changed it up a little bit for him as well. So we
Hmm.
made it look like this. So, and these actually move versus, uh, let's see
The
here.
regular template, the hero, yeah,
Yeah, see, the regular hero template doesn't move or it's not animated.
right.
So yeah, definitely more interactive for your customers. You're going to get better engagement, and you can personalize this whole page so that you're really getting the messages across, and then you're getting better leads and everything because people are going to actually interact with your page more, right?
Hmm.
So, and we got these calls to action on your page. So that's the template 2, and then let me go over our third template.
So if everyone notices, when you pop into your kvCORE platform and then the marketplace custom site tile, you can click into that order form and then you can click in and see each of the 3 examples. So
Yep.
this is
So
available to you access really 24/7, 365 via your dashboard to take a peek.
yeah, so definitely encourage you to go just take a look at it. It's not gonna, a lot of people think like if they click this add to kvCORE, they're gonna get charged. You're not.
Yeah,
It's
no.
just gonna pull up this order
It's like
form.
an initiation. It's a getting started. Like get this doesn't mean you're like getting it
Yeah,
now. It's saying I want to get this, learn more about it.
yeah, it's like a more info button really. And
Hmm.
so more information, here it is. And uh, you can, like I said, just remember the links to look at these demos are down below the thumbnails.
And I'll
And
also grab each of those and drop them onto this doc at the close too. So it's all in
yeah,
one spot.
that'd be great. And so let's go look at this third template that we got. So this is the third one that we've got, and it's a little bit more like clean and simple. Not as many calls to action in the middle, you'll see right here. And
Hmm.
and that's it. So I will tell you that our first and second options or templates are definitely the most popular, and then this one. So I think people are really liking the more calls to action in the middle,
Yeah.
right here. But this is also a great choice if you you don't want that if you prefer the more kind of simple look. So and then let me go back
I
over
have a
here. Okay,
question that's
good.
come in. So Tom is asking, once you purchase the template, can
Mm-hmm.
the agent administrate it? Are all of your areas designed by you, or are they based upon some existing geographic layer, such as a census tracking or MSA?
David, do you want to answer that?
Yeah, so can you repeat the question one more time for me? I'm sorry, I was kind
Sure,
of
sure.
listening to Buckley. Yeah.
That's okay. There's a lot happening. So there's a question, and they're saying, once you purchase the template, can
Yeah.
the agent themselves, if the agent purchased it or if the
Mhm.
brokerage purchased it, whomever, can they actually administrate it?
Yeah, like
Or is
edit
it
it? Yeah,
something?
for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then are all of the areas designed by you, or are they based on another geographic layer? And I'm thinking that that ties into the areas we cover, that
Hmm.
ties into the web and IDX settings, correct?
Right. So yeah. So when you purchase a design, really what we're doing is if you service a specific zip code, subdivision, area, things like that, is we're really relying on the feedback from you to kind of let us know which areas you'd like to like front load or showcase right below the fold. So it's
Mm-hmm.
really up to you to give us that information and say, I want to showcase area A, B, and C because these are the areas that I are most actively involved in. So what we do is we'd ask you for the names of those areas, or it can be by county, city, zip code, even by MLS if you wanted to have that shown
Mm-hmm.
at the very top of the page. So really all we're doing is just kind of trying to paint the canvas for you, but you do have to give us some sort of direction on how you'd like that to appear, because at the end of the day, we're trying to make the whole process of, you know, visitors coming to your site, giving them the resources they need to just click once to go search for all areas, all open houses, all short sales, you know, whatever the criteria is. Yeah, so if you have any specific like media, images, and things like that, we can definitely, you know, apply that to the page.
Awesome.
Yep, so we can really customize these areas.
Yeah, for sure. When it's, yeah, and one thing I'll kind of add there at the end. So the whole kind of premise of, and once I purchase the design, can I go in and edit the design? And yes, you can. Everything above the fold, so if you scroll up or maybe click on a second tab there to show one of the semi-custom templates, see the logo there in the middle as well as the tagline there? Those are areas that you wouldn't have access to, because we have to remember that from within your kvCORE system in your Web and IDX, you can click on what's called the site editor, which is going to give you access to everything below that tagline, right down below where it says Realty Made Simple. That blue tagline there. So the editor is going to give you access to everything below that. So the featured areas, the images, the titles, the links, you can go in there and swap out all the images, all the titles, all the links. So if you want to showcase one thing one week and maybe another thing next month or 3 months from now, you have complete control to go in and have that accessibility to go in and change out your own content. And really, it's not as complicated as it may seem. All you do is just click on the image. It says, what do you want to do here? You just say, replace the image, upload it from your computer, and it's done. So a lot of it is really designed with the end user in mind, so that you're not stuck with one specific layout or one specific design, because as the market changes or as your promotions or offering changes, then you can remain more flexible with how you'd like your site to appear.
Well, and I was just thinking about, because we're close to end of year and we're ramping up into getting our visions going for the 2020, it would be really helpful to know what your marketing is going to be, what your targeting is going to be for the next month or quarter, or 6 months annually, and then you can match that up with how you want your site to flow, to carry your branding and image through with your voicemail and your email signatures and all that good stuff. So you could really have it all be really cohesive, which is awesome.
100%. Yep. Yep. And then one thing to admit, maybe I'll add on here, is that I know I was talking to you, Annalisa, about kind of creating a poll. I'm not sure if that was going to be included there on the doc, or if that's something we wanted to broadcast on the webinar.
It'll be on the webinar. I'm sorry, in the group too. We just need to get it finalized. But yeah.
Got it. Cool. So for those of us that are here on the webinar, and even those that may have missed the live webinar and are now watching the recording, is that we will be putting out a poll that's really going to get feedback from all of you. So the 3 templates we have right now are just a preliminary and initial offering from Inside Real Estate. And that's why we only have 3 right now, because we wanted to put something out there to kind of give you an idea that these templates can be edited. But what the poll is going to do, that we're going to run on Facebook, is it allows you, using your experience and your desires of what you'd want to see on your website specifically, whether that's hyper local specificity. So if you want to only target one area, we want you guys to give us feedback on what you'd like to see on your website. So if that's larger, bigger, more in your face type of, layouts, if it's a grid layout, if you want to showcase certain widgets, things like that would allow us to kind of steer the direction to develop new templates and make those accessible to all of you. So be on the lookout for that poll.
Ooh, awesome.
Yeah, that's great. One thing, I think this leads well into our website widget offerings. And so these would be like our featured areas, right? And so we'll probably be coming out with more and more widgets. Right now, you got the different types of search by areas. So here's one example, here's another, and then here's something that's not on our templates, but we do have available, and you could incorporate it into your site. And so this is a image slider, right? So how this is searching would be like a lifestyle.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, and so when we incorporate this, we'd obviously probably put the little arrows on the side, or it can be dragged like this. And so, yeah, so keep that in mind as well. And then we have the videos. We demonstrated those. Looks like they're not linked to anything right now, but that's why they're displaying like that.
Now,
And
I
then,
know there's questions on Meet the Team. Sorry for interrupting you. I know
no, you're
there's
fine.
some people are going to be like, hey, can we alphabetize this, or can we make it our own order? Can you do that?
So yeah, so with the Meet the Team, these are not going to be dynamic to your kvCORE system, meaning that so if you're an office admin or a broker, and typically when you add a new user to your system, what it's going to do is create, typically on your standard kvCORE template on the agent roster page, it's going to add that profile to the main website. With this specific design though, it's not going to be dynamic. So as new agents come on board, as new agents leave, or as existing agents leave the brokerage, this design would have to be updated by you to remove a block or add a block in. But as far as the layout, to sort by alphabetically or anything like that, then yeah. So at the end of the day, it is just a design. We can design it however you like. So if you want to put the profile images down toward the bottom, up to the left, change out the title, add in some links, do some things like that, then yeah, this is a complete
Awesome.
just starting point for you.
Cool.
And so, yeah, if they feel like that's something they want to do, they feel comfortable changing it, out and updating it, then great. And if not, then, that's something that we could look at. Professional services does do, kind of a la carte hourly rate offerings. And so, we don't offer it to everybody, but we could look at this if you needed it updated. And our current ongoing rate right now is $125 an hour for any work, other than what we're offering. So
now, so like the initial setup though, how does that include like revisions?
Yep. So our initial, like the templates and that, all this stuff includes 3 revisions.
Oh.
And so, yep. What happens is when they place the order, we contact them within 2 business days, and then we gather all the feedback from them, everything that they're envisioning the site to look like, colors and images, media, all that stuff. And then David, he's our developer, is going to work closely with the customer, to really personalize your site. And then he'll create a first draft, and then he makes an actual website that with a URL and everything that you can go to and view the site in progress, and then sign off on it and say, yeah, that looks great. Or you're going to say, well, actually, there's a few more things I want changed. Can you change these 5 things or whatever? You guys can keep going back and forth until you get it right. So
awesome.
Yep. So
cool. Yeah, one thing too, I actually am working on a project for one of our customers now. So we don't have a public live site yet because they still have to sign off on it. But it really sort of demonstrates one of the semi-custom templates that we have, along with some of the widgets. So, if given the opportunity to present, I can show you guys what that looks like. I mean, if you guys want to see it.
Yeah, I would love it.
You guys want to see it? All right, cool. And there's still some revisions going on. So I'll just wait for you guys to pass me the presenter, and I'll share it with you.
Yeah, let me send it over to you.
I'm so excited about all of this. It's just incredible to see. Seriously, you know that.
Yeah, no, it's been a topic for a quick minute. Let me see if I can switch my screen.
You can just build the anticipation. There we go.
So this kind of looks similar, and I'm in the process of kind of getting rid of this logo up here and making this a little bit more front and center, a little bit more sharp. But it kind of reminds you of the Destin Real Estate. Yeah, so what we've done is I still have to add in his pictures, but we're going to swap these out. And he wanted, instead of the lifestyle for the widgets, he says price reductions, luxury homes, open houses, and new listings. And we've shrunken the height, and we've also made only 4 tiles accessible on larger displays. If I were to take this down to, say, a tablet view, because all of our designs are going to be mobile friendly, keep that in mind. So as you scroll down, you'll see now you only show 3, and everything just kind of shrinks with it. So everything looks pretty sharp. So if I go down a little bit more, now we're only seeing 1 on mobile, right? And if I go down even more to about the size of an iPhone right here, now we can kind of
That's
see,
awesome.
we can see it's all responsive per the section. So if I just take it all out again and then upload it all the way out, we can kind of see these grids. And so I'm going to swap out these pictures and content of what they wanted, but this is kind of, you know, the general gist is having some interactivity to let you know that it has more of a sharp design. We want, you know, the end user, the consumer, to feel like it's professional, it's good looking, it matches the branding, and it makes it easy to find what they're looking for. I mean,
A good experience.
that's really what it's all about. With all the noise out there in the space between the Trulias and the Home Snaps and the, you know, Zillows, is we just want to kind of emulate that great process of coming to the site. You know, whether you're coming from a squeeze page, a Facebook page, a landing page, we want to make sure that they have the, you know, what they're looking for right here. And so one thing I will mention, and maybe sort of Buckley, you may kind of pause me in my tracks here, but I almost want to say that here in the future, we may open it up to actually style internal pages as well. So that may be a to be continued as well. So yeah, these are just a few of the other ones we did, kind of looking at, you know, the same type of template. Like I think this is number 1, for example, for one of our clients that has the same sort of interactivity, showcased all the areas that they'd like to showcase first, and then we just kind of swapped out some pictures that they wanted to use because they're more toward the beach, and you know, that sort of thing. So a lot of flexibility here. Definitely getting a lot of bang for the buck here, as far as, you know, what we can do, and then it's really just up to you. Just saying, hey, this is really, you know, where my market sits, and this is really what I want to showcase. Can it be done? And chances are it can, just as long as it isn't some super technical, complex, you know, thing of where we want to just put, you know, some super elaborate, you know, widget on the site. But even then, we can kind of assess and see if we can do it. And if we can, then we will. And if we can't, then we'll work on getting it done for you.
Yeah, feature request.
Yep. Cool. Let me pass the presenter back to you guys. And really, you've already went through all the templates that we have here. We're going to be adding more. Buckley, I'll probably get with you after this as far as to set that time frame, maybe closer to December or maybe even next month. We'll see. But just as far as trying to open that up a little bit more. And soon we'll be adding more widgets to the page, like the search by area 1, number 2. I may add in 3 or 4 more, you know, types, more like a grid, more linked sliders, so you can actually see what these look like when it's just one mega slide. And then obviously for the images and more meet the team examples, and even these hyper local area like showcase as well. So if you want to just show one, you can say here in view area, which take you to an area page. So super cool there.
Hyperlocal seems to be the thing towards the end of 19 going into 2020. That just seems to be the niche people are really trying to pinpoint.
It is. Yep, I totally agree. Yeah, like a lot of sites out there, especially for Agent Fire, Agent Image, a lot of the higher end players that have been in the space long enough to know what the feedback is from the industry is, you know, they're just on point, because a lot of what happens is we have to kind of really think about the branding, think about the reputation, and think about where we sit local to your marketplace, and we got to have that differentiator to kind of set us apart. So making a design that showcases that is really what it's all about, because we want the experience, again, to be extremely sort of welcoming and personal.
And it looks like there's another question just for clarification.
Yeah.
So when someone is setting up the areas they cover, so they basically are going to work with you directly, or the professional services person directly, to speak to the geographic boundaries of what they perceive their market to be, and then we can work with those parameters as long as they're within that MLS area they're attached to. Is that correct?
100%. Yeah. So basically what we'd say is, what do you want to showcase here? City, area, MLS, county, neighborhood, whatever you want to showcase here. Could be 9, could be 6, could be 4, however you want that to look. keep in mind that this grid that we're looking at here with these little boxes, if you want to
Mhm.
say, you know what, can we expand that first box to just be on its own row? All that stuff is completely doable too. So don't think we have to stick within the realm of, you know, this little layout. Is we can kind of make this more of a grid. But going back to the actual links, yeah, once we do that, we'd say, okay, these are the 6 areas that you'd like to showcase. Do you have images that you'd like to use? If not,
Mhm.
we use sites called
Which
unsplash.com.
is awesome.
Yeah, which is really
Awesome
cool because
resource, everybody. Unsplash.com.
yeah, so it has all free high resolution images. You know, typically if we're talking about like some housing or, you know, something like that, I can just search for houses. It's going to show me all this cool stuff that we can use. But this is kind of where we source some of it, as well as some internal resources as well. But going back to this, you have full control to say, these are the areas that I want to showcase. These are the images that I prefer to use for those areas. And then the last thing is where do you want to send them afterward? So it'd be up to
Mhm.
you to come to your kvCORE site here and run a search and say, well, when the user clicks on that little widget, I want them to go to
Like a
a
landing
listing
page.
of Los Angeles. Yeah, so you set the
Yeah.
URL, run the search, and then you say, when they click on this, send us over the link of,
Um,
of where
can
you'd like
they
them to go.
can they create that with a squeeze page
Absolutely.
and a cool, because then they could have the squeeze page and a automated hashtag.
Yeah, 100%. You can come in here and create
Woohoo.
multi-property squeeze pages, single property squeeze pages,
Mhm.
based on all the criteria you have. So if you come in and start to build these out, you know, 100%, you can go in there too. Keep in
That's
mind,
sweet.
yeah, so keep in mind too that this is more than just decorative type of designs with brand colors and floaty kind of boxes. Is it's really
Mhm.
about leads. We want to get more leads for the system. And so thinking about that through the lead engine, we have all these resources like the landing pages, squeeze pages, call capture text codes for our smart number.
Right.
If you want to purchase this design and come through and say, you know what, I was thinking that we can do one for off-market listings and this, that, and the other, and then I want you to put a link to my landing page behind this widget. So kind of think of it that way too, is this is just the path of where we want them to go. So if we want them to go to a landing page, a squeeze page, or if you want us to create like a banner, kind of like this one has here, let's see, where are we at? Scrolling down. I think it was on template. Yeah. So like this one, for example, this one links to the free market report. You can
Yeah.
also say, I'd like to put a call to action for my smart number here. If you're the office level, or if you've
Purchased your
purchased your
own.
own smart, yeah, you can say text, you know, sell to my smart number to
Mhm.
get your free home valuation or get a quick assessment. So there's all sorts of things that we can do to leverage the tools here in the system and to incorporate that into some of these designs. So think of us as your design team. You have the vision to kind of showcase the inventory from the MLS and the lead engine tools that you'd like to use.
That's sweet. Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any new questions that have come through. That was the last one, it looks like, so far. Now, if anybody has questions, please feel welcome to type them in. I know we're kind of throwing a lot of information at you and a lot of uh, data, but I think this is really pretty amazing. It looks like I've been past presenters, so let me go ahead and pick that up. That was a nice trick. Let me
Yeah.
grab that.
Hey, yo, coming at you. Yeah.
Ah. So just to recap, everyone, if you want to find this information again, go ahead and open up your kvCORE platform, and you're going to scroll down this left-hand side of your dashboard. Now, if you log in and you only see these icons, and you're like, what the heck? Just click these 3 little bars at the top left, and it'll expand it on out. And just click into your marketplace. Then we're just going to look for semi-custom template, and you can either scroll down to find it or just keyword it, and it'll bring it up here to the top for you. And when you click get this, it's not like we're going to say, okay, we're going to get him, you know, we're going to charge you for this right now. Basically, you're looking at this right now to gain information and learn more about it. So you can learn more about the different types of product available, whether it's for an office or agent, as well as custom areas. When you click into add to kvCORE, this is what initiates the form to allow you to initiate the conversation with our professional services team. So you fill this information out, and you can already see it's pulling from my dashboard. So you got a lot of information already filled out for you. And if you scroll down a little more, then you'll have your choices on what you're going to be adding. And then you'll see your 3 options. What were we going to say, Buckley?
I was just gonna say, yeah, right there they can select
Yeah.
what type of site they want, or if they just want a single widget. And so go ahead and like select Office, just so you can see.
Sure.
Right.
It'll update.
And then select widget. Sorry, you'll
That's
see
okay.
they just do widget. You'll see like
Cool.
it gets rid of all the templates.
So yeah, so I guess with the custom widgets, it shows you what type of widget and the cost involved per widget.
Right. And so
Yeah.
they can see, if they were just to just select a couple of the widgets, that quickly adds up. And so you definitely get more bang for your buck just having the whole website done, right? Exactly. Yeah. So versus just doing individual widgets. And then also if they have any questions about pre-sales questions or any questions at all, I would say just email us at professional@insiderealestate.com. And if you could close this order form real quick.
And you said professional at?
Yeah, can you close? Yeah, professional@insiderealestate.com. So yeah, it's just.
Yeah, I'll close it. I'm just typing out the email.
Yeah, it's on the tile description at the top there, is what I wanted to point out. Do you see it there, the first line?
Oh, right here.
Yep, right there. So if they are trying to remember what email address to use, it's just right there in the tile description. And then, yeah, if they want to preview any of these templates and how they look and work, then yeah, just click the add to kvCORE and it'll pop that up and you can go click on those.
Cool. Yeah, I do see that Tom had a question on pricing regarding his entire brokerage. So I'll get the ball rolling with Tom and speaking with you guys in regards to what he's seeking, and then you guys can speak offline. But it looks like there aren't any other questions. Anything? Any last words to speak to about this, gentlemen?
No, I think we covered it all.
All right.
Yeah. Anything else, David?
Well, I was going to mention, a few of the other resources we have available. And so if we really were to think of these sites that we have for our kvCORE system, is although the developers here in the future may launch new templates for all future users to use, I think currently we have 2 right now. One is the Foundation and one is Hero. So I think in the future we may release more designs that kind of come with your system, so don't feel like you're stuck with the Hero forever. I'm sure we're going to be launching some new stuff. I've actually seen a glimpse at what the developers are currently working on now, and the thing looks completely modernized and professional, so I think everybody will be excited with that. So don't feel like you have to stick with Hero forever. That's one thing I wanted to mention. And then 2 is through the marketplace, there are other resources like a WordPress plugin that has quite a buzz around here. And what the WordPress plugin is, this is mainly for your single agent site. If you're a broker or an office admin, just keep in mind that if you go the WordPress route and want to go get the WordPress plugin, that does not trickle down to all of your agent sites. So you can have a branded WordPress site for the brokerage or for the office site, rather, if we have one office, but just know that that design won't trickle down and all the agent sites won't inherit. So there's a couple limitations with a few of the resources that we have here in the marketplace, like for the Agent Fire and for the WordPress plugin. Really what the goal is here with the semi-custom templates is that we already have an existing template that does trickle down. It has the behavioral automation. It has a lot of the technology already baked into it. And what we're doing is just enhancing the design to make it more personalized to you. So just so you know what the options are there.
Right. Well, it's awesome. I mean, there's a lot of different aspects of which people can, like, if they have the comfort level with Agent Spark, or they have the comfort level with WordPress, or they need someone to do it for them because they're like, I don't have time for this. We have all of those different things that people can jump into, which is awesome.
Yeah, and one thing just to note with like the WordPress sites, they're typically full custom, right? And so they're gonna if you pay a company to go build that out for you, it's probably going to cost you 10 to 20 times what we're offering here for the template sites. So definitely this is a
More
really
budget friendly.
yeah, but budget friendly, the better bang for your buck, and that's why we're offering it.
Well, I'm super excited. I was on the other side of the fence with conversion way back in the day, and then I became working here, and it's just incredible to see these finally just coming up and seeing them take off. So well done, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's great.
Yeah. All right. Well, I am going to go ahead and close out here. Thank you, everyone, for attending. You can get a replay of this after I format and upload. We do put these into the groups and upload them at insiderealestate.com webinars. This is where you can also register for future events. So you can see user interviews and spotlights, traffic and conversion tactics, marketplace add-ons, basics, registration, and all of our videos. So, you know, this is something available 24/7, 365 in addition to the core learning portal, which is down here at the bottom left of your dashboard where a lot of those self-paced modules live, which we recommend you checking out, like the Agent Success Plan, etc. So thank you so much for being here. I'll get this formatted and uploaded, and I hope you all have a great rest of the week.
Thank you, Annalisa.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Annalisa. Bye.
Bye-bye.